let's explore wild wonders at the San Diego Zoo.
One of the most unique birds in the entire world actually spends most of its time walking on the ground instead of flying through the air. It's the secretary bird, the largest and tallest raptor on the planet. Its unique appearance could almost be a collage of other animals put together.
They're really tall, like a crane almost, but they have the attitude of an eagle. And they're almost more dinosaur-like than they are bird-like in lots of different ways.
Since it's called the secretary bird, does that mean it can read and write? Well, not quite. It's because of one of their most distinctive features.
The feathers behind their head look like the old-style quill pens that 19th century secretaries would use, and they'd actually stick them behind their ear, and the feathers would be sticking out, kind of like the secretary bird.
Secretary birds are a type of raptor, like an eagle or a hawk. But unlike those birds, secretary birds don't fly around looking for prey, they walk.
These guys are mostly terrestrial, which means they stay on the ground a lot of the time. They can fly, but why fly in the hot sun of Africa when you stand taller than the savanna grasslands you live in?
Secretary birds hunt in pairs and sometimes walk up to 18 miles a day to find enough food. They eat small animals like rodents, reptiles, and insects, but there's one entree that secretary birds eat that make them one of the bravest birds in Africa.
They can even eat venomous snakes, so their body's built for it. Those long legs are covered in thick scales, so even if the snake might strike out at the leg, that snake bite is practically ineffective.
Not only does the secretary bird have venomous, snake-eating superpowers, but it has one of the most extraordinary behaviors in the animal kingdom.
These guys will stomp their prey to death. The force they use to stomp on their prey is actually 5 times their body weight, which is pretty impressive.
Recent studies on the secretary bird stomping technique have also revealed something even more amazing.
The contact time, so when they actually stomp on their food, it's only about 10 to 15 milliseconds of hitting their actual prey. Now that is like 1/10 of the speed it takes for you to blink your eye, so really fast.
This remarkable precision indicates that the secretary bird has superior vision and an unusually high level of coordination. In fact, scientists are now studying this impressive behavior and learning how to apply the strength and mobility of the secretary bird to develop sturdier, more flexible prosthetics for humans.
We can actually develop different prosthetics to be faster and stronger and more accurate. Even something like baseball, which requires a lot of precision and accuracy for pitching and catching.
The secretary bird is so special that it is revered by several cultures who use it as a symbol in emblems and even currencies.
On South Africa's coat of arms, the secretary bird is pictured in flight, and that represents growth and speed. And also, the legs are very important because since they hunt venomous snakes, it's thought to be a symbol of protection for South Africa from its enemies.
The government of South Africa proudly displayed the secretary bird on their 2-rand coin released in 2006.
As a whole, secretary birds, they are just really unique. That hunting technique is unlike anything else seen in the animal kingdom.
While it may not be able to answer phones or send emails, the secretary bird is astonishing in so many ways. And by watching them, we're finding ways to create new technologies that will help others live happy, healthy lives.
Today we are celebrating our giant panda Yunza's 3rd birthday. We start kicking off his party today with his ice cake that was delivered to him at 9 a.m. His cake is world famous, get delivered to us by our forage department and handmade out of ice. This year it was blue and purple, and it had the big number 3 on the top of it, and it also had cupcakes on it with the yams on top. Yuns is a very good panda. He is very much a personality boy. He's 180 pounds and he's Mr. Destructive. He loves redecorating his own exhibit and tearing apart his toys and running around and surfing. He's probably more playful than most boys are. He's still a climber, and he's definitely has his father's personality where he likes to lay around and eat all day. But then he has his little spunky moments like his mother where he likes to run around and be playful. 3 is a very important age for all pandas. These guys do belong to China. They do not belong to us. They are on loan. When China starts calling and just lets us know what his future is in the breeding program. Right now we haven't heard anything, but we're expecting to hear something soon. We are celebrating Panda birthday all week, so it's in celebration for all our pandas.
Hi everybody, I'm Amanda.
And I'm Brian.
And we're here at the St. Louis Zoo to talk to you about how we raise hellbenders. I'm going to talk to you about how we raise the hellbenders from eggs to adults.
And I'm going to talk to you about how we create the aquarium systems that we use to raise the hellbenders.
Now let's go get started. So here at the St. Louis Zoo, we're raising Ozark hellbenders because they're a federally listed endangered species, and we're raising them up from eggs all the way until we are able to release them back into the wild. Ozark hellbenders are found in southern Missouri and northern Arkansas. Hellbenders are a type of salamander, which is an amphibian, and that means that they live very close or in the water. Hellbenders can get up to about 2 feet long. They kind of have a flat body. Their head is very flat because it allows them to get underneath these rocks that they live in on the bottom of the stream. And they're really kind of unique too because they have a very long kind of rudder-like tail. It's kind of flat, which helps them swim through the water. We actually have captive bred eggs, and then we also have some that are collected from the wild. And we put them into our egg tray systems, and we take care of them in those egg trays until they hatch. And then once they hatch out, we put them into critter keepers inside of larger tanks. And it takes them another 6 to 8 weeks before they actually start eating. And once they start eating, it's a lot of work for the keepers because we go through with little pipettes, like little eyedroppers, and put the food in front of all the hellbenders so we make sure that they're all growing. As they get older, they get out of those critter keepers and go into the larger tanks. And we still continue to feed them. We feed them different food items as they get older. When the animals first start eating, they're eating little tiny foods because they're very tiny animals. So they get things like brine shrimp, and then as they get older, they start getting a lot more live food items. So we'll feed them ghost shrimp. Sometimes we get crayfish for them. We feed them fish, and then also krill and a lot of other different frozen food items for them. So here at the St. Louis Zoo, we have over 4,000 hellbenders, and we go through and we weigh and measure all of them at least every 6 months. And the way that we can track the animals is that they actually have a chip, just like they put in cats and dogs. And we can scan that chip and we know which animal it is. So now that we've learned how we raise hellbenders, let's take it over to Brian and learn how we take care of over 4,000 of them here at the St. Louis Zoo.
Thanks, Amanda. We're down here at the Ron Gellner Center for Hellbender Conservation, where we have over 250 different individual hellbender aquariums. Just like your aquarium at home, we measure everything from water quality to temperature and oxygen in our exhibits here. For our hellbenders, we have several different types of systems for different sizes of hellbenders, from eggs to juveniles all the way to adults. And you can see indoors we actually have a man-made stream where hellbenders lay their eggs. So this is a really cool feature on our indoor stream system. It's called a biofilter, and it helps oxygenate the water as well as promote healthy bacteria in the system. It may look like a construction site in here, but hellbenders love to hide. So we give them PVC pipes and tiles to help mimic their natural behavior in the wild.
So I love my job and I love taking care of hellbenders because I know that if it weren't for us working with them, they'd probably be gone within the next 20 years or so. And knowing that I am helping to save them and to save this species makes my job completely worthwhile, and it makes me love it even more.
Hi everyone, I'm Ruth Marsek. We are here at Central Florida Zoo's Orion Center for Indigo Conservation in Eustis, Florida, near Orlando. And I have a gopher tortoise here with me, which we're going to talk about today. So the gopher tortoise is a tortoise, not a turtle. That means they're much more built for being on land. They're built for digging, not for swimming. This guy's kind of tucked up right now, but you can see his big, strong claws and his big, strong forearms. Those are built for digging their really deep burrows. And you can see his big shell too. It's not very streamlined. It's not meant for swimming. It's meant for being on land and walking on land. They are herbivores, so they eat a lot of grasses, a lot of shrubs, and things like that. The gopher tortoise is a keystone species, which means that a lot of different animals in the ecosystem depend on it in order to survive. If we lose the gopher tortoise, that means we'll lose a lot of other animals too. They completely depend on the gopher tortoise to survive. If we lose that particular species, that means we'll lose a whole bunch of other species on top of that. Because the gopher tortoise is a keystone species, a lot of animals depend on it, and one of those animals is the eastern indigo snake. The eastern indigo snake during the winter goes deep down in those really deep burrows and spends the winter there. They're kind of roommates together during the winter, sheltered from the cold. So that's an example of how the gopher tortoise is a keystone species. My favorite thing about the gopher tortoise is they're so important to other animals. They dig those deep burrows and so many animals depend on them. They're just so important. That's my favorite thing about them. Thanks everyone for learning about the gopher tortoise and keystone species with me. I hope you had a good time learning about one of my favorite species, and I hope that it's now one of your favorite species too.
Hey guys, I'm Jeff the Nature Guy at Zoo Montana, and today we're gonna talk about best friends.
Best friends like me and you.
That's even though we're besties, I'm talking about grizzly bears, like the ones you work with every day. So today we're gonna talk about best friends, and two of the best friends we have here at Zoo Montana are Ozzy and Bruno. And Ozzy came to us after being a trouble bear in Yellowstone. He's almost like a real-life Yogi the Bear. He was getting into trash cans, causing problems at campsites, and came to us not looking so good. And after he came to the zoo, our whole job was to acclimate him to living here at Zoo Montana. But the problem was he was pretty scared of noises. Trucks, airplanes, things that might scare you at night scared Ozzy the same way you might get scared when you're going to sleep. So here's the thing, is we decided to give him a best friend, because when things are going bad, there's nothing like a friend to make you feel better. So we introduced him to Bruno, our big bear. He's a big boy, about 700 pounds. And when the introduction first happened, you can imagine things didn't start off so good. Bruno jumped on top of him, sat on him for 2 hours, and let him know, hey, I'm the boss. But guess what? Even though I'm the boss, I'm gonna be your friend. And the two have been best buds ever since. You can watch him wrestle, you can watch him play, and the best thing is, it's helped Ozzy out. There's nothing like a best friend to make you feel better when you're scared at a new location, and Ozzy is a prime example of that. If you have a big brother or big sister or even a little brother or little sister, you know sometimes you need each other, and these two are no different. Nothing like a good friend to make you feel better when you're feeling down and out.
We're here at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park celebrating Monroe Gorilla's 2nd birthday. He was born here at the park on June 17th. So we've got all kinds of enrichment for the gorillas on exhibit today. As you can see, our volunteers went crazy making all kinds of cardboard animals and toys and boxes and presents and even an airplane. And they've got all kinds of goodies spread throughout the exhibit as well. As you can see on the exhibit, we have cakes and cupcakes for the gorillas, and they're made out of ice with no-cal flavoring, lemonade, different flavors. And they're also filled with all kinds of fruits and veggies, their normal diet that they would get. And the frosting that you see on the cupcakes is made out of cooked yam and bananas. Monroe is quite the precocious little guy. Just being 2 years old, you'd never know it. He's all over everywhere and playing with everybody. He plays with all the adults and his newest buddy, Frank, who came up from the zoo. So Frank is 4 and a half, and with Monroe too, they make quite a pair. Monroe really likes his popcorn. They all really like their popcorn, and that's a special treat for them. And it's air pop, so we can give it to them, you know, quite frequently, and they just love it. Well, time does fly, and you know, this being Monroe's 2nd birthday, it's kind of hard for us all to believe it. He's growing up so fast, but they do, and they're really busy and having lots of fun, and it's really fun for us to watch them develop and grow.
These herbivores can be found in the Democratic Republic of Congo. They have scent glands on their hooves that leave a scent wherever they walk. The pattern on their rump looks like they're part zebra, but they're actually the only living relative of giraffes. Can you guess what it is? It's an okapi. They are sometimes called forest giraffes, and although their striped pattern looks very bold to us, this helps disguise them in the lighting of the dense rainforest. They eat 40 to 65 pounds of food per day, including leaves, twigs, and fruits. They have really big ears to hear low frequencies that humans can't hear. This animal has a long, forked tongue used to locate prey through smell. It's a reptile whose neck can expand to create a hood when it feels threatened. Watch out, it's got fangs with neurotoxic venom to stop its victims breathing. Can you take a guess at what this is? It's a monocled cobra. This is a mostly nocturnal species that is most active at dusk and dawn. The monocled cobra is one of the deadliest snakes in Bangkok. They hide in holes between rocks, in trees, and even rodent burrows. This animal is a vertebrate that lay eggs. This feathered creature can fly. This predator grabs its prey with its talons. Can you guess what it is? This is a battler eagle. They spend a lot of time on the wing looking for food, about 8 to 9 hours a day. These eagles only lay one egg at a time, and they build a nest that they may continue to use for years. The battler eagle is a type of snake eagle. Besides snakes, these eagles eat lizards, mice, birds, and roadkill. Let's recap.
Thanks for joining us. See you next time on Wild Wonders at the San Diego Zoo.